side throughout this match today. So there's the feeling that if Chiefs can get maybe 5 rounds here on the T side, they might just have enough to play with on CT, and they'll potentially be able to come back from there. But of course, Fnatic is the beast really in this matchup. They are the ones that are expected to win this, and Chiefs are going to have a very strong performance if they hope to topple a squad like Fnatic.
Sure, Nade being thrown out to the top of Nana from the Chiefs as they just wait for some kind of a push, little head stack coming out for the Chiefs, and Fnatic very heavily set up towards the top of this banana area. 3 players towards that part of the map, but Tux punishes JW for that push in towards Carpet, which might put a bit more pressure on Brolin in particular, but even on the rotates of this Fnatic side, and out come the Chiefs.
Yeah, this is going to be a very heavy nade on top of a lot of Chiefs players. Look at that, Blitz down to 38, Texter and Zusi tagged as well, and Twist on the close angle with the CZ. Chiefs have just walked into the stack, and for all the good that Tux was able to do over on the A bomb site, Fnatic have answered and responded in kind on B. Smoke to go over to A to allow an easier entrance for the Chiefs, but Brolin just hanging around here in Graveyard. If he even gets 1, that probably seals the deal for Fnatic. Won't be given that opportunity. Tux has woken up, 2 in the pistol round for him already. Bomb going down now as well as another smoke for Chiefs. Exist creeps up close. There's a 3v3 on the retake. There is a kid on Exist at the moment, but no utility at all, and Zusi is holding control of Carpets quite nicely. Tux, as of yet, hasn't given up his position, so he's got a strong area to play from. The peek comes out from Zusi, and it's a 1v1 now. Tux has been hitting his shots, but so too is Twist. And 3 up for Twist, and that'll be another pistol on the board for Fnatic.
Starting off again with the opening pistol over on the side of Chiefs, going to be kicking themselves. That was a big opportunity missed, finding that pick in the earlier parts of the round, and even stopping Brolin from tearing them apart coming into that A bomb site. You would have really picked them to be the ones to come away with this one. And here's the force buyout from Chiefs without a moment's hesitation. They're straight into things.
They're not happy, are they?
Over on the side of Fnatic, we'll see weaponry like 2 SMGs. They've got an Org and a Famis. JW hasn't bought... Is he really just going to USP into this round? No, he gets himself a scout. So see what Chiefs are going to be able to do with this mixed bag of a buy. Molotov right off the start of the round is pretty much going to signal the fact that they are buying on the side of the Chiefs. No way you would be throwing a molly like that if you did save in this round.
Yeah, Fnu firing a few shots off with the P250, maybe even still trying to fake out. Regardless though, it's the Chiefs with a slow creep up Carpets. The flashbangs will come across. Good pop flash onto Brolin, does force him back into pit, and Zusi gets the opener. The second will go the way of Offnu. All of a sudden, Chiefs are in with a chance here on the A bomb site. That's a very nice execute.
3 of these players are very low though, and it means that there's an opportunity for Fnatic to come back into this round if a few bullets go a bit astray and hit some of these players.
Do they want to risk it though with the Org? They could potentially give over to the Chiefs. Looks like Fnatic are actually keen to save. Wonder what guns there are for Chiefs to pick up around on the bomb site here. Certainly the Scout for JW, I remember that much. I think
MP5.
Brolin had the MP5, didn't he?
Yep.
What did Crims have?
Famis, I think. But that was in towards jungle side. That wasn't over here on the site.
Yeah, so it'll be a Scout picked up for Blitz. Nothing really in terms of guns coming from that round for Chiefs, but, well, they do actually manage to pull one back on the Force Buy, which is certainly a better start to the map than what we've seen thus far from the Chiefs. You know, Dust 2 and Mirage both going to something like 5 or 6 up for Fnatic when Chiefs really had only just started then to get the ball rolling.
Yeah, so this game's probably going to continue to get messier because look at the money over on Fnatic. They're probably going to be buying into this one. It's something that you can complete a little bit more regularly over on the CT side of Inferno. Couple smokes, couple upgraded pistols and stuff like that can do a lot of damage in these close quarters engagements, and if you use the right utility, can really slow down the T side and force them into some kind of a stack. 2+ K across the board for these Chiefs players as they head into this round. And pretty decent weaponry and utility, but these SMGs could definitely fall to some of the CTs.
Yeah, Deagles, CZs, the bane of the SMG's existence. Twist, we've seen him do some pretty good stuff thus far in this series. Also with the Orc than with the Org, but Exist gets one into Zusi. Chiefs just getting a little eager to push on through here into the B bomb site. They've run into a mincemeat. Twist has just shut them all down. And Tux and Blitz are going to try and salvage this one, but it's not looking like a clean take on the B bomb site at all. Even with the pistols here for Fnatic, they're not going to be dropping the round. Chiefs will go down. That's disappointing for Chiefs. They had just won such a good round, but they throw it all away here on B.
And again, it's Twist off to a fiery start for Fnatic, absolutely demolishing that B push. Lots of opening damage before it even comes into the site, and diving through the smoke into that Molotov with some very, very quick spray control, picking Chiefs apart. They're going to buy up into this round once again. 3 AKs across the board, UMP on Texture and P250 utility for Ofnu, which is what we've seen from the man quite a few times already. But Fnatic, pretty good buy across the board from the lads. Interested to see Crims actually hold on to that Mac 10, particularly in a position like Dig. And Chiefs make a lot of noise towards second mid and apps, which will be heard by this Fnatic side.
Ofnu again, firing a couple of shots off with the P250 so far. That's all that Fnatic know. That's the only information they've really got.
I think Zusi was throwing utility over towards that B side of the map once again, so it's going to signal that this could possibly be an investment in from the Chiefs side. Smoke on towards middle as Chiefs look like they're trying to set up this A play and force their way through that smoke, but Exist has full banana control over there with Twist, so that's a lot of information for Fnatic.
Yeah, smoke grenades go across here for Chiefs, but that is a great shot from Ofnu, or rather from JW onto Ofnu, but an equally good trade from Tux. Now Zusi at the bottom of banana is going to be a linchpin, so too will Twist. A good trade from Chiefs. And if Zusi wins that aim battle, then Exist is absolutely cooked in this round, but it does look like Chiefs are going to get into the site fairly comfortably. Zusi wisely backing away, but he's got quite a few players to deal with. Blitz still watching the angle. A lot has to go right here for both Chiefs and Fnatic, actually, to win the round. Zusi will fall first. Blitz might as well line up too, but doesn't quite finish off the second. Still, 1 for 1 is good enough for Chiefs to keep it alive.
Tux hasn't wasted this Molotov either. He wants to hold it for the late round and drop it onto the bomb plant when that does come out from Fnatic.
Yeah, there's no smoke at all for Fnatic here to play with. So that could be a round-winning play from Tux. Let's see what Blitz can do. Here comes the Molotov. I don't know if it is late enough, but there is no... Oh, there is a kit for Crim, so Tux has to buy a little bit more time. This is good. They line up for him, but Fnatic, they're going to win the round.
Tiniest bits of slivers of HP for Fnatic, but it's not quite enough for the Chiefs. Fnatic get it done again. Less convincingly than the last couple of rounds, but they still do so.
But that is the round, right? And not only that round, but obviously the last round where Chiefs were against the pistol buy of Fnatic. Those are the rounds that need to be converted by Chiefs to make this a competitive map.
That's right.
If you give Fnatic 2 or 3 of those rounds, they're going to start to feel comfortable. They're going to start to lose that pressure, and then all of a sudden they start dominating Chiefs.
100%. So Chiefs, knowing that that round came down so closely, will invest in a couple of pistols and some utility in this round in particular, but Exist is on the hunt. Straight down banana, rips the head off of Blitz, and is eager to make himself some more cash with that MP9.
Not if Twist has anything to say about it. All of this utility wreaking havoc with the Chiefs. Smoke will go down as well, so there's just another one for Twist this time through the smoke.
And a pretty big investment in this round in terms of the utility and the pistols for Chiefs, but they have enough loss bonus to lean back on to be able to buy comfortably. The problem is that they did absolutely no damage to Fnatic in that round in particular. The money for the CTs is very good now, so this is hard mode here for Chiefs in the next couple of rounds. The amount of gun rounds they have to string together to chip this economy down from Fnatic.
You probably have to keep it in context, though, and consider that Chiefs have been pretty decent on their CT sides throughout this matchup. So what are we looking at as far as a pass score for Chiefs?
On the T, I'd like to see them get at least 5. So we'll see if they will be able to do so. Fnatic's off to the dream start though, and Twist is looking pretty fearsome.
Yeah, most definitely. A few grenades being thrown down banana, but not really troubling Chiefs much at all. They're grouped up toward A, looking for that brackets control. It'll just be flashbangs. Actually, no. Nothing even there to hurt Crims, and he's just going to double down Texter and Zusi. Absolutely no match. Crims is having an absolute ball at brackets. Blitz through the flashbang will get him, but he's lost his entire team. And it's looking perhaps even a little too easy for Fnatic here. Chiefs are going to need to throw a curveball in there somewhere.
Yeah, pretty strange commitment straight into the bracket area very, very early on in the round. Feels like Chiefs aren't really going through the motions. They're not really going through the normal sort of paces of the Inferno T side. They're very much heavily trying to catch Fnatic off guard, and it's not working at all. And I think at this point in the game, when Fnatic have so much good weaponry and utility and so much money to lean back on, you actually do need to start playing a sort of more standard game to start to keep them in check, because you know that you have to win multiple gun rounds back to back to actually be able to grind out rounds on the board and start to chip down that economy of Fnatic. So
Even winning one gun round at this point for Chiefs is looking nigh impossible.
well, that's right. And you know, if they're going to actually do that, then it's not going to be from 1 or 2 rounds here gimmickly kind of running and trying to catch Fnatic off guard. They need to actually, you know, go through the motions, do all the normal sort of things, try to get the map control and try to win rounds in a consistent manner.
I mean, with that said, you can think about how close that round on the B-bomb site was for Tux. If a couple more of those bullets connect where they need to, or if the Molotov comes down a second later, or if Blitz survives a second longer, any of those little minor factors could have changed the course of this first half so far. But end of the day, they've gone the way of Fnatic, and that's what we need to be talking about. 5-1 right now. Chiefs are on the back foot, and this is their hopes of continuing on through the lower bracket, and even further, those hopes of going through to Qudos Bank Arena starting to fade away.
Oh, 100%. Fnatic are in full control of this game. There is no doubt about it. Which means the Chiefs are going to have to step up to the plate pretty hugely, and I have to say, apart from some performances from 1 or 2 of their players today, it's been a bit all over the shop from Chiefs. 3 good halves out from them. So you do have to say, for the most part, pretty decent performance thus far. But over here on Inferno, I wasn't convinced when I heard that Inferno was going to be the 3rd map in the first place.
Yeah, but 3 good maps, 3 good halves, sorry, is not going to be enough to get you a series victory against a team like Fnatic.
Right.
Can't scrape through. Well, this pistol round doesn't look like it's going to offer too much for us. A slight bit of damage done there with a couple of players dropping for Fnatic, but nothing too scary at all. See what Zusi can offer us. Maybe one more kill and Chiefs will be at least in some part happy with the round, but he'll fall to Brawler. Okay, the bomb down, 2 kills. It's definitely not an awful eco for the Chiefs.
A couple guns taken away, but at this point with the economy on Fnatic looking so strong, I don't think they're going to be too concerned about losing those 2 guns. I mean, just look at it. It's like 8+ K on everyone.
No, definitely not. So, tactical pause for Chiefs. And once again, Pilly, that storyline continues. Fnatic up 6-1. That was the scoreline that they were at on Dust 2. It was 5-1 on Mirage before Chiefs started to get their way back into the first half.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if Chiefs actually called a pause last time that this happened or not. I think they called maybe 1 on Dust 2 or something like that, but maybe this might be a bit of an indicator, along with how rushed that last gun round was, where they tried to just dive up brackets through the smoke, that the pressure might be getting to Chiefs a little bit here.
Perhaps it is, and I don't know that it's necessarily looking as unstable for Fnatic as it had even on Dust 2 and Mirage.
No,
right?
definitely not. Their economy's in a much better place.
Exactly, the rounds were a bit closer.
That was the same thing on the CT side of Mirage as well. They got their economy off to a good start, and then they just absolutely spanked Chiefs, and it's looking like the same thing.
Straights ahead, perhaps. But another gun round out for Chiefs, and one where they really desperately need to find some way to cause problems for Fnatic here, whether it is toward B or whether it is toward A. I don't feel as though either have really been better than the other. When you're looking at Chiefs, it seems like difficult across all parts of the map. Also, we're not seeing the crazy shots being hit by Ofnu that we were in the first couple of maps. So, who's going to step up for Chiefs here?
So far, it's been a little bit of everything. At the moment, Chiefs, they have full control of this banana area. They have now just taken the apartments, so potentially later they could go back for the bracket if they do feel like it. Fnatic 4 stack on this A bomb site. Just leaving Twist retake on B with the AWP.
Yeah, it just feels so likely that Tux is going to slide out of Boiler here right into the crosshair of JW. Seen it time and time again, haven't you?
They are going for the bracket control, so that would indicate that you're probably correct. Tux is on the lurk, though. I think he's usually pretty passive in that Boiler position until late in the round.
Very nice grenade. Damn, that has hurt Texter.
So there's the utility and pressure being put onto B from the Chiefs, which, I mean, the rotator was already coming out of exist.
We've only got 30 seconds left here for the Chiefs to make their move. Texter and Zusi already down to about half HP, and there it is indeed. Tux slides out in front of JW. That's going to be the end of him. Still 4 players alive here for Chiefs to do something with, but now the bomb dropped and the full rotate can't commence for Fnatic. And Chiefs need to be very quick into the bomb site here if they hope to do anything, but it just looks impossible for them now. Zuzi on 2 HP, 10 seconds on the clock. They're not going to get out of this one alive.
Looks like it's all falling apart for Chiefs now, and they can't really put a foot right on this C side, it feels like. Either taking things too fast or being a little bit too much on the hesitant side. And I mean, JW is just in shutdown mode at the moment. Hyper aggressive over towards that porch side. The other two of the Fnatic players there were playing passive on the bomb site. Brolin was like in the pit, Exist was on site. JW was like, I'm killing everyone before they even make it to the site, mate.
That just feels like the Mirage JW that we saw as well.
He doesn't want to be going out of the tournament here. He's playing for the win.
No, definitely not. I mean, this is Fnatic's first time at IEM Sydney. If they get knocked out before reaching playoffs, it would be a disappointing run indeed.
And it's cool. It's amazing to see that mentality come out of some of these Fnatic players.
Either way, we're going to see one of Fnatic or FaZe knocked out. And to see both of them not through to the playoffs is actually a bit of a surprise here for Group B.
Well, if Fnatic do start to step up and play a little bit better, then I wouldn't be surprised if they were the ones to make it.
Yeah.
Chiefs now, full Nana control. All 5 of their players over there, but good utility for these Fnatic players, and 3 of them on the B bomb site. This is looking pretty grim.
I'd say it's looking very grim. Twist sets himself on the line with the Orb and just smacks him away. It's texted to fall this time. And immediately the response is the utility from Fnatic, and Chiefs can't go anywhere. We've seen this so often. It feels like almost every single round that Chiefs try to make their way into A or B, they're dealing with so much utility. Another smoke goes down here from Fnatic. How have they kept it all this late in the round? Exist, lurking as well. He'll get blitzed. Zusi falls as well to his gun. And that is the end of another round for Chiefs. And a great one for Fnatic. 4 guns through. They're looking so solid on the CT side here. Chiefs need to lift.
Just can't put a foot right, unfortunately. And yep, you are completely right. Offnu is nowhere to be seen, unfortunately, in this map for the Chiefs. And I don't think anyone else is really stepping up hugely, unfortunately, for them. Still some time for Chiefs to grind out and put some rounds on the board. And we did say the T side was going to be the weaker of the two for the Chiefs. But if they can't even put, 3+ rounds on the board, they're not going to give themselves enough room to work with and to make mistakes on that CT side of theirs. And if Fnatic's looking this good in the first place, I'm not even sure that mistakes will need to be made. I think Fnatic can go out and win these rounds in their current form in this third map against Chiefs on their CT side.
It's taken some time for Fnatic and the beast within them to awaken, but now it feels like it certainly is here. This is much more on track with the expectations for this series.
The way they're just using their utility and the rotates coming out from Fnatic at the moment, the shots that they're hitting and the timings they're hitting in terms of where they're pushing and on the CT side and shutting Chiefs down, and how disruptive they're being before Chiefs even make it over to the bomb site, whether it's pushing through those CT smokes or whether it's JW just hyper-aggressive on the porch side. There doesn't seem to be an answer for the Chiefs.
Just look at all the utility still here late in the round for Fnatic. 2 smokes, 3 incendiaries, one of which has just been thrown out. Only 50 seconds here for Chiefs, and they're really struggling to even get into the bomb sites. We're not even seeing bombs down or anything like that. It's not clutches that are winning this for Fnatic. It's just good, solid holding of the bomb sites. Texter will fall straight away. So too will Offnu. Feels like a sense of deja vu here as Chiefs try to make their way into the site. JW, a good shot onto Tux. And now Blitz has to go magical mode right now for Chiefs. If they're to win this round, he's got 20 seconds. Might be able to get a bomb down here. But in a 2v1 with a crossfire like this set up from Fnatic, it seems impossible. Needs to hit the headshot there and doesn't. Crims will finish it. 9-1 now for Fnatic.
In complete domination of this game. Bomb plus loss bonus for Chiefs equals a bye in the next round. And absolutely, wrecking their opponents and winning these rounds cleanly or not cleanly, but winning 9 of them in a row means that Fnatic's buying for the rest of the half. So at the moment, it really just is a case of Chiefs. It never really feels like they've gone through the motions until the last couple of rounds where they started to take this banana control and started to slow things down. But even that hasn't worked against Fnatic, so I don't really know what the answer is here for the Chiefs.
Hopefully they do. Got another gun round. Lots of money coming into the Chiefs now with the loss bonus. But it doesn't seem to have much of a factor in the first half here.
What
And
a
the
nade.
utility usage from Fnatic has just been absolutely sublime. It's been smashing Chiefs, but there's an opener. JW goes down early. 4v5 now for Chiefs to play out with. Something that they have not had for a long time. I don't know what their conversion rate is in the 4v5s, but they better be hoping that in this round in particular it's 100%. Zusi will get caught off though. Doesn't have anyone to trade for him, and we're back to a 4v4 immediately.
Indeed, but should be the T still in a pretty decent position. The problem is that exists. He's still got the Molotov and the smoke to lean back on, so that's going to make Twist feel very safe about rotating back towards this A side of the map, and it's going to be 3 CTs over here for Fnatic. Not really smokes or Molotovs to be using, but plenty of counter flashes for the lads. Unfortunately, Twist gets caught out towards jungle side, and good flashes from the Chiefs mean the trades are fairly clean.
Much better from Chiefs. We're seeing them start to work their way into the bomb side, but there is still one more rock in front of them and exist. Starting to come behind Blitz. Won't manage to find the frag. It's an important one for Blitz to win. They still have yet to deal with that one remaining player on the site. Roland, what can he do here with the AUG? Not enough against Offnu. And finally, a silver lining for Chiefs. They're up to 2 now, and that's a gun round in their back pocket and a gun round which looked better. But look at the money there for Fnatic. The job does not get easier here for Chiefs.
Definitely doesn't. They need to win back-to-back-to-back gun rounds and try to steal a couple of these away from Fnatic if they're going to put any rounds on the board at all. They're going to need more than 2 or 3. Like, they need 4 or 5, which means they've got to be caking away these next couple of rounds on the T side, or their hopes in this game are very, very meek, to say the least.
Seen stranger things happen. Inferno is a funny one here at IEM Sydney.
I feel like you're like the old man in the rocking chair on the porch, like, I've seen this before.
Yeah, mate.
I remember my friend Nifty from IEM 2018.
There you go. Chiefs have actually, you know, a bit of utility traded back and forth, but it is the banana control for them again, and carpets as well. But past this is what they've been able to get every single time. Past this, when they move their way onto the bomb site, when they try to go for brackets, that's where Fnatic's really been shutting them down pretty heavily, you have to say. So
100%.
this is where the job gets a bit harder for Chiefs.
Sort of feels like for Chiefs, wherever they turn, once they get into those areas of the map, there's either a smoke in front of them or an incendiary in front of them.
Or a Fnatic player pointing their gun at multiple Chief players' heads
Yeah, that's true.
in front of them.
But here we go once again toward brackets. Chiefs have got a lot of smokes. But outside of that, the flashbangs, which worked so well last round, are not existent for Chiefs this time. Texter will fall. 1 by 1, the Chiefs slowly start to dwindle. But there is still 35 seconds here. It's going to take some clean entries into the bomb site from the T side here. Roland's position is now known. Zusi working his way in that direction. He'll be spotted. That's the bomb as well. And again, with that, the hopes of Chiefs fade. Fnatic clean up another round.
Absolutely destroying Chiefs on every possible angle. JW constantly being a disruptive thorn in their side, pushing and just picking off the Chiefs before they can complete whatever their objective is and getting away so cleanly. Roland being such a rock in this last 2 maps in particular that, you know, he might have not had the best scoreline on Mirage, but on the A side of Mirage, on the CT side where Fnatic were doing really great work, the man was multi-fragging like a champion and getting his job done. And again in the pit, this guy is so solid as an anchor player. And Chiefs, another opportunity that they haven't been able to take advantage of, having that bracket control.
Yep. Well, we've talked about 5 as being kind of the pass score for Chiefs. It's still possible. Might have spoken too soon. Roland and Twist really clutching that dream away from Chiefs. I think the key for Chiefs here is just to ensure that they take every round as it comes. You know, it may seem impossible right now, but who knows what we've got for us coming in the second half. You've got to give yourself as much room as possible, even if it's only going to be 4 at this point for Chiefs. Maybe that's still enough.
Unfortunately, I don't think they are taking every round as it comes. The way that I'm watching Chiefs play at the moment, it really feels like this massive influx of rounds on the side of Fnatic, the amount of rounds that they built up and how far Chiefs are behind, it's really getting to them at the moment. Very much are, once they take that Nana control, once they take that carpet, which they're being given by Fnatic. Fnatic's not contesting it too much, although they will sort of go for a bit of a mid-round push towards Banana or something like that once or twice. JW's tried to go aggressive in towards the carpet and has been punished for it, so they're not really doing that anymore. But past that, Chiefs can't seem to get anything done, and that's really seems to be getting to them at the moment. They can't put a round on the board, and some of these players are just not stepping up for the Chiefs in this map in particular, and this is the one where they really needed to be. I don't think Ofnu's got anything left in the tank. It's good to see 2 really good maps out from the man, but you have to say, you know, he's had pretty mixed performances in the past, so...
It's kind of hard to keep that up for 2 or more maps, really, so credit to him where it's due. Unfortunately, it seems to have dwindled a little bit too soon for the Chiefs.
And even by the same token, it's very, very hard for one player to hard carry you through the entire T side of Inferno when you're not getting on the bomb sites and setting up that player, whoever it might be, to clutch out the rounds, which is usually where you'll see someone actually get a huge amount of frags.
Yeah, I think that really is the major takeaway here for Chiefs. It's not even as though, okay, they're just losing to Fnatic, bombs are going down, it's kind of close in a way. This has been utter destruction. Fnatic have allowed maybe, what, 1 or 2 bomb plants to go down here for Chiefs, but outside of that...
part where Tux is throwing the molly down.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the only one I can remember. Maybe they got onto that A bomb site once, maybe, I think.
Outside of that, it's just been all the way of Fnatic, and not even close here from Chiefs. JW's under a little bit of pressure, and he probably does go down here. The knife... Oh! Thought JW was somehow going to swindle a knife in there.
Small victory for Zusi.
It's a small victory. It's a wooden spoon prize at this
point.
point.
The smallest victory possible.
Yeah. And it's the last round of the half as well, so it's not even like it helps the economy anywhere further down the track.
Nope, that $1,800 is going to sit in his bank account for all time. Eternal. JW, man. This bloke's been on point this entire tournament, really. I have to say, like, what did Fnatic play? Heroic, they 16-7 to them. Then they got smashed by MIBR, but JW was still playing pretty decent. And in this series in particular, the man's been on fire.
Well, certainly some more challenges ahead for Fnatic. Looking like they will go through to the lower bracket final, but then there's still Greyhound, there's still FaZe. Before Qudos Bank Arena.
Play a loss for Chiefs, and the pressure mounts even further, unfortunately. Again, taking the banana control, taking the carpets, but not being allowed to do anything else at this point.
Might well only be the 2 rounds on the board here for Chiefs in the first half of Inferno, which is nowhere near enough for them. Through the smoke jumps Tux, and he does get JW. But, of course, there's always another Fnatic player there. Out of the frying pan into the fire. Zusi and Ofnu. 2 players that came from tainted minds into this roster. A team that never made it to an IEM Sydney. And now they're feeling as though their IEM Sydney chances are starting to fade away here. Here goes Zusi. And Ofnu the last left. Some decent flashbangs going through here onto the B bomb site from Chiefs, but when all's said and done, there is just no hope for Ofnu at all. 13-2 in the first half, and what do you have to say about that?
Utter destruction. Chiefs could never really complete any of the objectives that they tried to set out for on that T side, and Fnatic are definitely here to play. They don't want to be going out of the tournament at this point.
Doesn't look like they will be, but of course still 1 more half to play. It's a desperate half for the Chiefs, but we'll find out how it pans out after the break.
Skies, dreaming big and aiming high. Name the clouds passing by, wishing we run away. All we need is our passports, baby. Leave the rest in our troubled minds. Let us go down in laughter, baby. Trying to figure out what we're after. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after. Book a plane, fly away. We will chance, baby. Leave it all for the faded hearts. I don't mind if they call us crazy, 'cause they don't understand what we're after. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we won't ever know what we're after. We're no kids no more. I need to feel alive in this dreadful town. I'm running out of time, and as long as you're mine, I wanna run away. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after.
Well, things are looking pretty good for Fnatic, up 13-2 here on Inferno. It's the last map in the series against the Chiefs. We're in the lower bracket right now. Loser is out. Winner progresses on through to the lower bracket final, awaiting the victor of FaZe and Greyhound. And right now, it's looking like Fnatic will be that team. Only 3 rounds to find. Chiefs is a desperate pistol for them here. They absolutely require this one if they're to stay alive in IEM Sydney at all. Often will take the first peek into Banana. Sees a few players, but Zeus, he draws first blood.
Peeks from that second mid, apps into second mid itself and gets himself the kill on Broland, but Fnatic continuing to fight over Banana.
Well, they're going to know that Ofnu is there by sandbags. There was nowhere else that he could have gone. Blitz backing away into the 4v4. Tux boosted up very quickly. Twist looked aware of it, but still Tux will hit the shots that he needs. And Chiefs have got a chance here in the pistol round with that player advantage. Blitz trying to land some shots on the Crims as the smokes do go down. And the bomb plant is secured here for Fnatic. But a good shot from Texter swings it even more in the favor of Chiefs. And it's only really a matter of time before they try to make this retake work. What a heartbreaker it would be for the Chiefs if they were to lose it here. But it looks as though Exist may have his hands full. Hold the press though. Couple of headshots, not enough.
So, a needed pistol for Chiefs. If Fnatic win that pistol, it's pretty much over from that point. So off to a good start for the Chiefs, but a long, long road ahead of them. They're down 10 rounds at this point.
It's all right. In Australia, we're used to long roads. There's a long way between all of our cities, so I'm sure this is something the Chiefs are used to.
Well, hopefully they've encountered a few deagles and perhaps some grenades, some scouts on those roads as well, because that's what they're probably going to be coming up against for this round heading forward. And Chiefs, they can't afford to lose control of this their economy. The second that they reset, Fnatic will be given match point.
Yep. It's a scary prospect for Chiefs indeed. But as I've said multiple times this series, it's not over until it's over. And the CT side has looked a little better for Chiefs than anything else. But Fnatic have been very, very strong here on Inferno, and it seems ludicrous to believe that Chiefs will be able to come back into it. The way that Fnatic have been hitting their shots and the way that they control that CT side, if even a portion of that were to transition onto T, then we may as well call this map over.
So Fnatic just walking up Banana, taking control of that. Only one smoke to lean back on the side of Exist, so you could potentially throw that onto CT spawn. And then Fnatic could get a wriggle on into this bomb site. But smoke goes down from Ofnu, which will slow things down for Fnatic. No damage really taken by either of the teams, which means that the trade potential for Fnatic now that they have this Banana control, if they do head in towards B, is pretty huge actually. There's no Molotov to slow down this push coming out. It's just going to have to be straight shooting from the Chiefs. And
I wouldn't necessarily back that against a team like Fnatic, the way that they've been looking here on Inferno. Tux will take first contact. It's a couple of good shots. There's Ofnu as well to help out, and he wildly spins around. It's kind of like a bit of a blender, but not enough to actually kill any of the Fnatic players. Tux still on for the ace here, but decides to back away smartly indeed, spamming through. Won't actually deny the bomb plant. And here we go. Crim's starting to wake up a little bit, but he's lost his final teammate. The Beagle. It won't be enough. Still 2 guns taken away from the Chiefs. There, a bomb down for Fnatic. You've got 2 bombs down in a row. They're going to have a really good buy here in round 3.
100%. And even if Chiefs do continue this comeback train like Fnatic, they're going to build up so much loss bonus that they're going to be buying throughout the rest of the half, really. Regardless. It all starts here. First step of many for Chiefs is gonna be to close out this gun rounder. They do have good enough utility and weaponry to be able to do so. But pretty huge obstacle in the fact that Fnatic have, like you said, got a very, very good buy. All the utility and weapons that they could possibly want. They're not having to compensate in any kind of way. And a very, very fast approach towards second mid for Fnatic. Another default round to start things off. That's a smoke into the arch, I think. So potentially a jungle play coming out of Fnatic very, very early on here.
Blitz just backing away. He'll get the incendiary down in time to give Fnatic pause for thought. Tex has suffered a big loss to his HP to begin with, so his position up on the balcony is known.
Chiefs just don't have much utility to be using anymore, and they've lost Tux as well.
Yeah, this is very methodical from Fnatic everywhere the Chiefs are, but Fnu almost spins around and gets 2. Almost the savior for Chiefs. Can it, though, be Zusi? Is he aware that JW is lurking? I certainly expect that he is. But now back toward the B bomb site goes Fnatic. A smart move. Blitz there on his own. FAMAS only in his hand.
He's going to have to dig deep, the man, to be able to double up in that sort of position with just a FAMAS.
It's so imperative for Blitz to get 2 here, especially because Texter and Zusi are so low, and well, now Texter doesn't exist. So it's basically on to Blitz to win this round. Oh, unless they come back to A and Zusi's pulling himself on the line. I think the timing might well get the better of him. Let's see where he decides to go here. If he takes the peek in the middle, it might well be done and dusted for the Chiefs in the round. Zusi gets the first, but Twist will trade out. And now it's just Blitz left alive, and how much hope can you give him with only a FAMAS? There is an M4 for him to pick up. That's a saving grace, but even still, a 2v1 in a circumstance like this.
JW's in a pretty advanced position over here towards jungle, so they can be pretty confident he's coming from Digger apps.
Twist is holding the diggity line, so not going to be too concerned.
And Blitz seems very worried about Pit, as he should be, but no one peeking him from that angle.
What can you really do? That's 14 up for Fnatic. Chiefs, their economy is broken, and this is looking as though it's Fnatic who will be progressing on forward.
Money getting completely broken here for the Chiefs. Only Texter can really afford anything worth talking about. And I think that's going to be Chiefs heading out of the tournament. You know, they had a good series win over Vici, and pretty impressive to take a map over Fnatic, but with this buy, I don't think they're going to be making it any further.
Have to agree. It's more of a straightforward prospect for Fnatic from here on out. Just get the job done, really, is what they'll be saying. Fnu pushing down a banana. No luck for him there. A little bit for Texter, but his luck runs dry pretty quick, as it has for Chiefs after the first 2 maps. As soon as we got onto Inferno, it's been a completely different looking Fnatic here. JW will get caught off by the pistols, but Blitz on the reload, gets caught off. Twist easily rolls around the corner and knocks his head off. And now Zusi was one of the men at the moment on Dust 2, but doesn't seem as though that same pizzazz is here. On to Inferno.
Well, on Tux, he's just going to try to save the org into the next round. That's a 15th on the board. Match point for Fnatic.
Series point.
Yep.
For Fnatic. Still not enough yet to get them to the Qudos Bank Arena, but it's one step closer.
And with the opposition that sort of awaits them in this lower bracket, in this form in particular, on this map, now that they're starting to wake up a bit into this tournament, you'd probably be backing them to make it, though.
I would say so. Again, I'd be interested to see what the vetoes do look like when it's up against FaZe or Greyhound. But I think Fnatic is definitely the pick of the bunch. And they always kind of were, of the 4 teams. We had a slim hope maybe that Chiefs were going to be able to win this series after they picked up Dust 2, but that has very quickly dissipated.
Again, pretty lackluster buy from the Chiefs. 4 pistols and a AUG. Fnatic, last chance that they need just to be able to close things out and think about their next game. I was a little bit worried about Inferno in particular, not too convinced by the Chiefs, so I thought that they very much needed to get it done in the first 2. And unfortunately, although Chiefs do look like they have a pretty impressive map pool, fight on Qudos Banana, but doesn't go the way of the Chiefs. Nothing has on Inferno.
No, not really. It's just one more player down, so 4 left to find. Fnatic, they're feeling confident. Tux, where is he at the moment? What kind of an impact can he have? If Fnatic even go toward the B bomb site, I suppose that's the best case scenario for Chiefs here.
Fnatic very spread out around the map though. Options are still endless for them. Lots of utility to be leaning back on. It's waiting for Chiefs to get over aggressive and waiting for the pressure to get to the Chiefs a little bit.
I don't even think it matters really at this point, Fnatic, whether Chiefs are being aggressive or not. They seem to be able to roll into the bomb sites regardless, as they have here on A. Bomb to go down in just a second, so 2 is Texter. Unfortunately for the Chiefs, it's just Tux and Othnu left alive, and now only Tux, the only player that came into this round with any gun really to talk about, and he won't last too much longer. The Molotov in the end will finish him off, and the Fnatic guys will go through into the lower bracket final.